Have you noticed that the price of pretty much any electronics is kind of creeping up? Laptops, memory, even the big stuff like servers. It's all getting more expensive. But here's the weird part. Sales for PCs and phones are actually slowing down. So that doesn't really add up, does it? What's going on? Yeah, it's this weird paradox that's hitting all of our wallets. You'd think, hey, lower demand, prices should drop. But nope, they are skyrocketing. And the reason for this whole mystery, well, it's not what you think. It's not about more people buying computers. It's about one single revolutionary component that is literally eating up the world's entire production capability. And the answer is HBM. Yep, three little letters that are completely turning the global semiconductor industry on its head, fueling this whole AI revolution, and, well, causing a massive price storm that actually affects all of us. Okay, let's get into it. All right, first up, the memory price mystery. So the simple reason for this big supply squeeze is that this new type of memory, HBM, is so absolutely critical for AI that manufacturers are throwing all their resources into making it. And that, of course, creates a shortage of the standard memory we all use in our everyday devices. And we are not talking about a small change here. Prices for the standard computer memory, the kind inside your laptop, have jumped by over 30% in just the last year alone. That's a direct hit from the AI boom, squeezing the supply chain. So that brings us to the really important question. What is this HBM stuff anyway? So let's talk about HBM. You can basically think of it as AI's superhighway. It is the secret sauce, the special ingredient that makes all this powerful AI possible. Seriously, without it, the world's most advanced AI chips would be like Ferraris stuck in traffic. Okay, so HBM stands for high bandwidth memory. Now, the real magic here isn't the name. It's this idea of 3D stacking. Instead of laying memory chips out flat, like in a ranch house, HBM stacks them right on top of each other, creating a memory skyscraper. And that vertical design, well, that's the key to its incredible speed. And this lays it out perfectly. Just think of the regular memory in your computer as a quiet country road. It works just fine for everyday things. But HBM is a 16-lane superhighway. It's built to handle the absolutely colossal tsunami of data that AI models need to process every single second. It is, without a doubt, the essential fuel for AI. So just how much faster are we talking? Get this. The latest HBM has over 12 times the bandwidth of the standard DDR5 memory you'd find in a brand new computer. I mean, that's just an insane leap in performance, right? And it's exactly why every single top-tier AI chip from NVIDIA and others absolutely has to have it. Now, you would think in this high-stakes, super expensive race for HBM, the usual giants, Samsung and SK Hynix from South Korea, would be leading the whole pack. But a totally unexpected challenger has jumped into the ring, an American company called Micron, the industry's perpetual underdog. Micron's story is it's all about survival. I mean, it was literally born in a dentist's basement. And it barely scraped by during these brutal price wars in the 80s that were so bad, they forced giants like Intel to just get out of the memory business completely. For decades after that, Micron was just stuck in third place. They even got a nickname in the industry, 万年老三. It kind of means the perennial number 3 or even the 10,000-year-old number 3. It just perfectly captured their reputation. They were always there, but never a real threat to the big guys. Until now. So how on earth did this underdog suddenly become a top contender? Well, the answer lies in this amazing strategy that was born from a crisis halfway around the world. Micron's secret weapon, it turns out, is Taiwan. So let's rewind to 2008, right in the middle of the global financial crisis. Samsung launched this super aggressive price war. Some people even called it the Exterminate Taiwan plan to just crush its rising Taiwanese competitors. They flooded the market, crashed the prices, and pretty much bankrupted Taiwan's entire local memory industry. But here's the thing. Where Samsung saw rivals to destroy, Micron saw a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. As these Taiwanese companies were collapsing, Micron just swooped in. They bought up factories, patents, and super smart people for pennies on the dollar. Talk about a brilliant move. They basically turned a competitor's ashes into the foundation for their own future. And the result of that gamble is just staggering. Look at this. Today, a massive 60% of Micron's total memory production is located in Taiwan. The island didn't just become part of their plan, it became the very heart of their entire operation. Now, this huge bet on Taiwan gave Micron an advantage they probably didn't even know they would need. Because the fight for AI supremacy, it isn't about one single chip anymore. It's a war between entire ecosystems.
Okay, this slide is super important. A modern AI chip isn't just one thing. It's actually three key parts that have to work together in perfect harmony. You've got the GPU, that's the brain from NVIDIA. You have the HBM, that's the high-speed fuel. And then, crucially, you have the bridge that connects them, this wild advanced packaging tech from TSMC called CoWoS. All three have to be integrated flawlessly or the whole thing is workless.
And this is where Micron's bet on Taiwan paid off in a way nobody could have predicted. Their main HBM factory in Taiwan is less than 10 kilometers, that's about 6 miles, away from TSMC's advanced packaging facility. In the world of high-tech logistics, that is an almost unbelievable, game-changing advantage. And check this out. This is what that actually means in the real world. While Micron's Korean rivals have to ship their HBM all the way from Korea to Taiwan, a process that takes 2 to 3 weeks with customs and everything, Micron can literally deliver their chips to TSMC on the very same day. That means faster testing, faster integration, and an absolutely unbeatable speed to market.
This incredible ecosystem advantage has completely flipped the old world order upside down. Micron's closeness and tight integration with TSMC allowed them to leapfrog the competition, and it's led to a really dramatic shift in the entire market.
And I mean, the numbers really do speak for themselves. Projections are showing Micron is set to capture 28% of the entire HBM market, pushing past its lifelong rival Samsung, which is now forecast to be in third place. The perennial number 3 has finally broken the curse. They didn't just catch up, they blew past a giant.
So what this all really boils down to is a brand new truth for the age of AI. It's not enough to just be a lone giant with massive factories anymore. Success now belongs to those who can build a deeply integrated, super fast, and collaborative ecosystem.
And this whole saga leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. As technology gets more and more complex, more interconnected, we've got to ask, in this new global power structure, is the tightly knit ecosystem now mightier than the standalone empire?